Podcast ini dibawakan khas untuk anda oleh SPS Realtors.
Untuk khidmat jual beli rumah, sila hubungi mereka di 86888676. Selamat datang ke podcast Biarbetul. Saya Bekas.
Saya Haida.
Hey Dan.
Saya Tad.
Kita
rimban.
Saya menyokong orang kandung dia. Apa nak kelanggar boleh berbual apa? Nak berbual kat bakar dah. Kita ada podcast lah.
Untuk.
Ya betul.
Cerita apa?
Piramli cerita ni.
No. Hindustan.
Aku ingat Ace Ventura saja. Tengah sembayang.
Aku kena tune.
Okay.
Aku lupa lah. Macam mana
Apa? Cakap je.
Sate Bisata lah.
Sate Bisata. Lagu dia.
Diorang marah tau. Ini buat jasanya dia lah kat sini.
Lagu.
Ya, kakak ramai tengah boring kat rumah. Bukan. Semua humming.
Itu kan
Oh,
music
yes.
rhythm.
Yes. Is in the song lah. Yes. Ada.
Usul Ace Ventura kopi ni lah.
Ketilekar hai koi to batai kya hoga.
Ace Ventura ada humming.
Okay.
Ace Ventura pun macam ni. Dia pergi India.
Alert.
Bateri.
Alert.
Seorang guru tadika 34 tahun lah, dah kena ni lah, kena convicted of ill-treating budak-budak, kanak-kanak. Kanak-kanak. Nampak? Toddler. Okay, mungkin aku cakap lah. Former preschool teacher admits to tripping toddler repeatedly, causing her to bleed from nose. Ya, jadi guru tadika ni dia apa ni?
Trompet dia tak habis-habis Okay, kau dengar trompet ni, kau tengok apa? What habis?
Aku ingat ni si tu hantu gigi.
Oh, kau main kasar. Dia buat ni gigi.
Okay, guru tadika ni dia trip budak kecil lah, budak dalam sekolah tadika tu.
Trip lah.
Trip tu menyungkur, sungkur
Oh, dia kasi budak tu tersungkur lah.
Kasih dia jatuh lah.
Ya, dia trip tu kira kan macam kau tu, kita kat primary school dulu. Kalau kawan kau jalan dan kau macam tendang kaki kanan, jadi dia boleh kaki kanan dia terswing ke kaki kiri, belakang kedapuk jatuh.
Complex maneuver
Complex maneuver. Is it called complex maneuver?
Suplex lah.
Oh,
Kau nak bawa sasi spek?
Maafkan
oh,
saya.
tak ada lagi.
Tak boleh sekali je dah becit. Boleh lah. Alah.
Dia minta tolong je tu.
Okay, jadi cerita dia gini. Dia sebenarnya dah berhenti tu sekolah lah. And then tak pasal-pasal
Bagus.
dia, I don't know what happened, what is going through her head, that she macam tengah bersihkan budak tu. Dia bawa budak tu kat toilet. Lepas tu dia trip budak tu. First time dia trip, budak tu tak jatuh. Budak tu macam stumble je.
Wobble lah.
Lepas tu second time dia trip, budak tu macam terjatuh ke belakang. So budak tu macam dia dirikan budak tu, dia bersihkan budak tu yang muka, dan dah keluar toilet situ, dia lagi sekali dia trip lagi. Budak tu again stumble je, wobble je.
Wobble.
The fourth time dia pap dah budak tu kedepup jatuh kat muka dia, berdarah keluar kat hidung dia. So jadi budak tu start to cry lah, nangis. Habis lepas tu another teacher came over to
render first aid lah.
Render first aid to the kid lah. Then lepas tu budak tu yang muka swollen and all that, and then the parents tengok, and obviously the parents bawa pergi doktor, and then after that the father reported to the police lah. And the father asked to see the CCTV, so find out lah, this is the situation lah, what happened. So the perpetrator
Interpreter.
Yes.
Tak ke? Salah.
Perpetrator. So the perpetrator the perpetrator is Miss Saidah Kamarudin, 34 tahun. So apa korang rasa about this? Aku baca je aku dah macam sialah, rabak sial. Lagi aku punya anak is in a preschool. So this is the dangers that
around that age, right?
Yeah, around the same age lah kan. I mean, we don't know also. Kadang-kadang tadi pagi je anak aku nak pergi sekolah je dia nangis. And aku macam worried lah, because sometimes maybe
tak nak bilang. Kau risaukan dan tak nak bilang.
Aku risaukan dia tak bilang asal dia nangis lah. So aku always will ask,
aku nak bilang
asal tak nak pergi sekolah. Mungkin because there will be, there's two levels lah. One is she just want to play truant, she don't want to go to school. Nak lepak kat rumah, nak tengok TV, nak main game ke apa ke, nak main mainan. Jadi that could be a possible scenario lah. But we also cannot overlook the fact that maybe there's a scenario where she is
fear lah.
The fear of going to school lah.
But that's maybe the thing lah. Not only fear tau. Aku ada member, sorry to cut you, aku ada member, dia takut nak pergi sekolah. Dia bukan mau tu takut tau, dia tak nak pergi sekolah, tapi dia pun tak nak bilang mak dia kenapa. Rupanya dia nak main pool dekat pavilion.
Ui.
So ni dah lama ni pavilion.
Yalah lama.
Ni cerita kau. Ni cerita kau. Kau yang buka cerita lah, kau cabut
kau yang budak
sekolah.
tu.
Adakah kau bilang mak kau cabut sekolah kerana kau nak pergi main pool?
Sekarang dah bilang lah.
Yeah. So there could be the second scenario where there's fear lah. Whether it's fear of the teacher, mungkin teacher bully ke, ataupun the classmates bully ke, ataupun maybe the school sucks ke, it's boring ke, apa ke. So these are things that aku nak take note in case kita nak kena tukar sekolah ke apa ke. It could be more than that. So tadi already this baru happened this morning, so aku was quite worried. But the balik tadi happy, okay lah. So it was just a phase. I think dia nampak aku kat rumah, aku work from home. So that's the issue. She sees her father at home. Jadi dia macam ingat, okay lah, ni aku boleh lepak dengan bapak aku. That could be that situation lah. But again, I also wouldn't look past the second situation lah, yang the second scenario that I said lah. So if tomorrow she repeated that, aku still ask lah, why you want go to school? Is there any particular reason and all that lah? Try to get it out of the kid. So nampak cerita macam gini, then you become worried because you put the trust in the school to take care of your kid kan. And then such
bayar lagi tau, bukan free
bayar,
ni.
bukan free. And usually tadi in that situation pun, bila anak aku nangis, aku cuci lah, tengok lah, is that something more to it lah kan. But bila aku cuci, teacher tu dia bilang, no, namai you can go, which aku get it from her perspective. Is like, maybe kalau anak aku nampak aku, then maybe they will feel more emotional, and maybe she thinks that aku someone who don't want to let go, that kind of parent. But that could be the other situation again. Aku nak tengok if is it she saw a classmate ke, is it the teacher ni dia tak suka ke, dia tak faham ke. Because a lot of these schools mainly maaf cakap lah, Mandarin dominated lah. Diorang berbual banyak in Mandarin. It's very hard to find teachers that speak English. So alhamdulillah diorang punya sekolah dah ada dua, or rather one English, one Chinese. But aku keep going back and see, kadang-kadang mungkin teacher ni MC ke apa ke. So that's where when the Chinese teachers are there, then I feel like my daughter macam a bit more detached, left out because dia tak faham sangat. Because they always pergi lambat, dia selalu tidur lambat, dia pergi lambat. So they always miss the first class, which is the Chinese class. Then afternoon have another Chinese class. By the time dia dah gone lah, dia lost lah dengan dorang lah. But based on the last parent-teacher meeting, okay, the Chinese teacher cakap dia faham juga. I mean, they just follow lah apa classmate dia buat ikut dia. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that as parents, I think it's okay to be over concerned you are the parent anyway. I mean,
It's your job lah.
It's your job lah. And at some point of time you would want to let go, but I think by and large is your child, right? If you are overprotective, it's fine lah. Apa pendapat korang?
Ui, silakan minum air. Tapi yang this teacher ni, apa dia punya kisah ni? Asal dia tiba-tiba nak trip this child? Is it dia punya this offense dia pernah buat to other kid ke tidak? I mean, it's worrying like what you said lah kan. Macam we send our kids to be it childcare or kindergarten or infant care. You are technically putting your children under the care of practically strangers lah. And you pay for such services you hope that it's a safe environment where they are they are cared for. Tapi when you baca things like this, you can't help but to sometimes be cautious and macam kau fikiran lah macam why is this happen? Is this normal? Is this happening in my kids punya sekolah, punya childcare, So it's very concerning.
Yeah. I mean, why she does it? We don't know what exactly, right? I mean, what we know from the facts is she has already tendered her resignation. So maybe she has some
arrested,
beef.
right? She's arrested, right?
Yalah, sabar. Aku tengah talking. She tendered her resignation, and that's when right after that she committed these offences. So why she does it is probably lah. I mean, I'm speculating here. So forgive me if I'm wrong, but probably she has some beef with the school itself. We also don't know. Some frustration. She's probably stressed out. We also don't know. But whatever your situation is, maybe she have personal beef with the kid. We also don't know. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a kid. But whatever that situation is, that doesn't warrant you to hurt another human being, much less a kid. So whatever it is, she should be dealt with severely, and we should end this lah. To put a warning to all preschool teachers out there that yes, it's not an easy job. It's quite a thankless job. I mean, taking care of very small kids, and a lot of them. Sometimes the school hire too many, or rather they have so many kids, but they don't hire enough.
They are overwhelmed lah.
Yeah, so the parents, the teachers to student ratio is a bit high, right? I mean, the other way around, the student to the teachers ratio is high. So each teacher has to manage a high volume of kids lah. So memang stressful. Diorang berak kencing je, one by one, kau kena bersihkan je, is already taking so much of your time. Then have to educate them, have to feed them, have to make sure they sleep. So it's a lot of work. It's quite a thankless job. So that's why there's a scarcity in preschool teachers in today's age, especially like what aku cakap tadi, the English speaking ones, because not many will want to do this thankless job. But also we need to put a stop to this and make a statement that you cannot do this no matter what the situation is lah. Whether kau stress at work ke apa ke, stress at home ke, kau bawa kat sini ke, kau tak suka budak ni ke, budak ni kena pernah kau tengah cuci, bila budak ni
tepis tahi kena kau ke,
kena tahi kau, kena muka kau ke apa ke, whatever it is, there's nothing that could warrant her tripping the kid once, let alone once,
four times. Sampai berdarah semua
so she aimed to hurt
day,
on the same day at the same time, almost back to back.
Like within an hour aku rasa.
So I mean, definitely she wants to hurt the kid lah. And until the kid dah berdarah, dah jatuh, baru dia terdiam lah when other people get involved, see. If nobody else got involved,
who knows,
budak tu nangis, dia just tutup cerita, dia just lap darah tu,
terjatuh ke macam.
And we will never know. Then the parents see, asal muka kau gini datang, nobody knows. I mean, we don't know. Sometimes we have heard that I think we have done an episode where the school try to cover up. Kan pernah kan this other situation where
protect the teachers,
protect the other teacher. I think that teacher is he I think it's a he, right? Was it a teacher or staff or what that was molesting a kid, and then the other staff or the other teachers cover up for this particular staff. So we also don't know lah. So sometimes they want to protect their school, their reputation. Maybe that person they don't know personally, and then so that is why this is big lah. So I think a harsh punishment should be given to this individual lah.
Dia punya for ill-treating a child, an offence under Children and Young Persons Act an offender can be jailed up to 8 years or fined up to 8,000 or both.
I mean, it might not even be the teacher did it out of anger or have beef with the kid. It might even be just
For fun.
prank. Like
Okay,
you find
kalau prank
amusement.
kenapa dia same kid? Kau faham tak?
I mean maybe macam ni macam speculation lah. Like let's say you see the kid moving macam cute, what? Like, maybe like what you call it, waddling macam.
What the
macam,
What, that's dark.
Macam penguin gitu. You know, like cute.
Aku
the way
tak boleh
they talk.
brain.
So bila
Tak boleh je.
no, I know.
Macam cute and
Pada dia salah. Ini salah.
I know it's
Dia
over the
tak-
top.
it's salah.
In terms of that teacher punya mindset, it might not even be out of anger. It might be just out of her amusement, no? Like just macam nak tengok budak kecil ni jatuh macam mana, you know? I mean,
Could be. I see what you. I see what you mean. But to do it 4 times,
because budak tak jatuh apa?
Ya, belum chief. Dia stop bila dah jatuh apa?
Cuba macam kau prank kawan kau tak jatuh, kau won't stop what? Right? Kalau macam kau keep tripping that person. Dulu kita selalu buat apa?
I mean, this very different, bro. I mean, this is a kid,
Yalah.
That's sick.
Sick.
If she finds amusement in seeing a kid fall until bleed, then she's sick.
Because the bleeding might not be intentional. Maybe she just want to see the kid fall after macam walking around like being cute, you know. But it happened because when you do that, there's a danger to the kid macam dropping on his face, on her face.
Okay,
Then
itu kau punya speculation of the reason. Sekarang the thing is dia tak bilang tau alasan ataupun the reason why she did that. Aku tak boleh think of other thing except for she's a mom of 3. Dia ada anak 3 tu.
Dia ada anak 3.
And dia berhijab. And aku tak boleh think of other things except maybe dia ada like depression ataupun stress ataupun apa-apa. Whatever it is, apa yang dia buat tu salah lah. Memang clearly salah lah. And dia pun pleaded guilty lah. And the thing is aku tak tahu, mungkin dia dah sort. Something is going on in her mind. Maybe dia stress kat rumah ke apa ke, and they try to do that. But the thing is, aku pun tak suka aku punya own reason lah. It doesn't really like make sense. Aku tak boleh brain lah.
Apa reason kau?
Dia yang ni maybe dia stress ataupun depressed lah. Why? Okay, let's say. Okay, kerja dia memang susah. Kerja dia memang challenging. And dia accept to take the job lah. Dia memang it's her job lah. Bukan orang paksa dia pun kan, and so on. And dia nak kena tabah lah dengan apa cabaran dia akan temui bila dia bertugas. Tapi kalau dia dah sort.com, tak kakak kasih sikit. Actually boleh saya satu je. Ini je. Kenapa nama bom sekali?
Pasal ada sort.com. Ada 3 job.
Jadi gila kalau dia
Sebab
dah
kau sedar kau tak kelakar. Saya kena dua-dua.
tapi bila dia dah sort.com lagi sometimes orang sort boleh buat benda yang dia kesalkan, yang dia tak pernah dia tak pernah terlintas pun dia akan buat. For example aku agree dengan this term yang kalau kau dah stress ataupun depressed ataupun sort.com kau boleh buat benda yang after kau dah okay balik,
Kau regret lah.
aku I did
Salah.
that I really did that Aku tak sangka aku in my whole life aku akan buat perkara tu. Kau faham tak? So in that part maybe dia dah reach that stage that dia buat benda yang dia kesali and dia tak sangka dia buat, and dia tak perasan pun maybe dia buat. Tapi selalu tu one off aja. Bukannya nak buat lagi sampai dia jatuh. Kau faham tak? Unless ada beef dengan dia tu ke, dengan mak bapak dia tu ke, dengan orang yang muka macam budak tu ke. Sebelum tu semalam the last night dah lari lagu pula. The last night. Gagap tak boleh asal. Ini aku punya weakness lah.
Okay,
ini
tembak
ciptaan Tuhan tau.
Tembak,
Kau tak tembak tu. Okay, tembak aja. So macam let's say dia teringat-ingatkan muka budak tu, macam muka dia benda orang. Let's say dia tengah marah laki dia, muka budak tu pun macam muka laki dia ke. Tak.
Geram
Geramkan lah, something like that lah.
Buruk laki dia.
Something. Mana kau boleh cakap budak buruk?
Budak laki dia buruk.
Yelah, dah sama budak. So aku boleh think of the thing je lah. Other than that aku tak boleh brain lah.
I mean we are not condoning the fact that she did that. We are just speculating the reasons why she did that lah.
Yalah, speculating lah.
We want to make it clear to the listeners lah.
Yeah, of course like aku dah buat disclaimer dulu. Saida, nama dia Saida Saida belum jelaskan mengapa dia buat sedemikian perkara yang terkutuk ni. Dia belum jelaskan. Dia dah file, dia dah inform the court something like that, tapi to the public kita masih tak tahu. So we are here just speculating. Kita bukan nak fitnah, kita just don't want to talk about it lah, because we were shocked about the news. Seorang Muslim yang ada anak 3, ada anak, selalunya kita akan terbayang-bayangkan budak-budak seperti anak kita. That's why kita tak akan buat benda gitu. So dia boleh tergamak buat benda gini lah. So we are just speculating the reason sajalah.
Aku nak tanya korang this question lah. Sebab tadi listening back to kau punya situation dengan anak kau what's the purpose of us sending our kids to maybe childcare or preschool? Is it for them just to have fun, or for them to have some sort of discipline that is being taught to them by the teachers? Because like what you say, parents are overprotective. So kadang-kadang macam cikgu garang sikit je, then budak-budak nangis, then kita dah macam apa ni? Dah macam not happy with the teacher, not happy with the school. But do we want them to teach them a bit of discipline when they go school, so that when so that they can grow to be better people lah? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah,
where's the line for the teacher to be strict sampai anak kau tak nak pergi sekolah, but because the teacher is just strict so that they can behave themselves?
Yalah, so obviously when you send your kid to school, you expect your kid to learn also lah, not just have fun lah. Of course, at that age, when younger age, I will expect more fun than whatever it is lah. But of course, we also want to inculcate discipline and all this, where orang learn how to put in their shoes, they learn when to ask for certain things, nak pergi toilet bilang and all that, to be potty trained and all this, to learn how to draw within the lines and all this, to colour within the lines. Obviously, kau send a kid to a school to learn lah, kan? Is discipline part of it? Aku personally believe yes lah. Obviously you have to bring some discipline to it. Kau kat rumah dengan anak kau pun kau have to bring discipline lah. Kalau tidak, dia suka-suka hati buat just what he or she want to do. So it's part and parcel of kids punya development lah, to inculcate discipline. But of course, if the kid dah macam takut, start crying, then you question whether did the teacher go overboard. So that's why kau kena spy lah. That's what I was trying to do lah. Bila aku nak tengok maybe is there something else that's scaring her, right? Or it could just be she's just pulling the sob story card so that bapak dia feel bad and all this lah. Kan, we also don't know lah. So that's potential. Aku acknowledge that she's pulling that whole macam
PT card lah.
PT card lah. So nangis-nangis nanti papa ambil lah. But I also will not want to be in that situation where asal aku macam nangis, right? So is there something more to it lah? So I mean, if teacher marah, then it has to be substantiated lah. If the teacher tell me, I scold your daughter, okay, why? Obviously you ask why, right? Because she did not okay, fair enough lah. If aku find the justification valid lah, right? So if I find it like, okay, why would you scold her and the other students do the same thing? Aku pun tak tahu tak. Or is it picking on? Like for example, dia picking on that kid, right? It's just one kid, 4 kali dia tendang. Asal kalau amusement pun ada budak-budak lain, asal dia tak tendang kaki budak lain. So there's really something wrong with this Saida lah. To me, she's sort of in the head lah. Whatever it is, I'm speculating, but it has to be someone who has a bit more something wrong up here to do that repeatedly 4 times to just one kid, right? And until you stop when the kids start bleeding lah. So my opinion on that is it depends lah. I mean, yes, aku agree that discipline has to come in, but You cannot go overboard. I mean, some parents tak suka bila dah start caning kan dulu. That's why they stop public caning and all these things. Which is valid lah. You cannot hurt lah. I think at the end of the day, as parents, if you think at home you wouldn't do such a thing, then you wouldn't expect the teachers or the disciplinarian to do such a thing. But of course, at the end of the day, you will have some bias because it's your kid. Kalau kau cakap, oh aku tak boleh marah lebih, of course, it's your kid. What? Sometimes, but also there's a flip side. Some parents will go overboard.
Exactly. That's my point. Like different parents have different threshold tau. So the teacher have a hard time to macam, okay, this kid tak boleh disiplin sampai gini. This kid they allow to discipline sampai gini. You know, like they
no. So as teacher,
standardize kan.
Standardize.
Yeah, standardize.
Yeah.
But some parents don't like that standardization. I mean, don't like that macam the standard of scolding, because maybe at home dorang macam dorang nakal pun okay lah, tak apalah budak-budak. But some parents kalau nakal sikit marah.
Tapi tak juga tau. Yang ada parents dekat rumah, they have that kind of thing. Dia hantar sekolah untuk abovekan that kind of thing. Kau faham tak? Dia kat rumah dia akan tak apalah gini. Tapi biarkan kat sekolah biar dia belajar. Biar dia belajar luar daripada comfort yang kita ada kat rumah. Naikkan dia punya level of scolding ataupun so-called macam discipline or punishment or something like that.
But kalau macam gitu, bila anak kau tak nak habis sekolah because of that, then how? Then you become overprotective. You will blame the teacher, you know. I'm just being the devil's advocate lah. Macam trying to have argument in this kind of topic. So tadi aku ambil anak aku pun from childcare. While waiting for my kid to come out from the class, so I saw this teacher macam taking care of this other class lah. The way dia berbual macam garang gila. Not macam sampai pukul-pukul, but it's just the way she talk macam
tak friendly
tak friendly
firm
macam very firm. So aku in my mind I was like, anak aku kena macam gini ke? Like kat rumah aku tak macam garang dengan dia macam ni, but boleh tahan ke? You know, so in terms of us as parents, we might be worried about them also, about them developing, whether they will fear going to school, you know.
Understand lah. Tapi that is our part untuk pujuk dia. But kalau diorang ada that fear, I think fear is okay tau. Kalau trauma licik lah. Susah. Kalau trauma dah susah. Okay, aku ada something.
Aku rasa another, just to add a bit, important thing, you must have transparency also lah. Macam when you send your kid to school, so macam using your example, then it's good for you to find out more about the teacher lah. Macam I'm sure there's channel for parents to leave feedback atau to share their concerns, and then also for the school job untuk reassure the parents lah who feel like you lah. Macam okay, we just talk to macam okay, maybe the dah dapat feedback, then the school can talk to the particular teacher. We receive a feedback that maybe your tone was a bit loud, gini and might rub some parents the wrong way. So this type of at least if you have this type of macam conversation with the school and that sort of transparency, is better lah, rather than macam kau nak leave feedback terus dorang macam shut you away. I think that's more of a problem lah.
The feedback is okay, but do you expect the teacher to change just for your kid?
No, I mean it won't be fair. It won't be fair also for you to just who are you to kan? So mesti ada balance lah. So macam if really a certain parent cannot tahan a particular teacher, then maybe you should pull the kid out from the school and change school lah.
Sedangkan Anil Kapoor, Akshay Kumar dan Kajol hantar anak mereka ke Singapura untuk belajar. Okay, aku ada interesting post. Okay. The post is from Facebook, from Nora Shikin Salim, and this is a bit lengthy. Korang dengar je lah. The story of a speckled.
Sebelum tu, macam mana kau dapat yang The Star punya 3 nama tu? Kau tengah Google ke?
Tak, ni bini aku kasi.
Oh, bini kau yang bilang. Yang Akshay Kumar.
Akshay Kumar.
Dia main general knowledge, tahu.
Itu
general knowledge, kau hafal.
Itu kau tak tahu
Aku tahu 3 ni. Aku nak kena remember lah siapa. Betul, kau hit on the spot lah.
Betul lah, because dia UWC SEA dekat rumah aku.
Oh yes.
Anil Kapoor dengan Akshay dekat sana. Kajol punya anak tak tahu kat mana.
I think it's Kajol dengan Akshay.
Kajol, because Kajol was seen dekat Tampines One pun.
Yes.
Sekarang ni currently
Dah lama lah juga.
Dah lama lah.
Anak diorang dah berjoget dekat TV pun.
maafkan saya.
Silakan.
Okay. Kembali kepada post di Facebook daripada Nora Shikin Salim. Berbunyi begini. It's a bit lengthy. The story of a preschool teacher who allegedly abused a toddler is going viral like crazy. The accused is one of my very close friends since secondary school, and I believe 100% that she is innocent, even though the CCTV is true. I'm not questioning Singapore's justice system because they judge based on evidence, and based on the clear evidence they had, my friend did it. Only read this if you are a Muslim, or you believe in the unseen, or if you really want to know the truth. Firstly, my friend herself is a mother to young children, and repeatedly I've witnessed how gentle she is to her children, including mine. Her children also reciprocate the same affection towards her. Also, nowhere in those trashy journalism sites mentioning the motive why she did that, meaning that she had no reason to do it at all. They just repetitively
Oh.
They just repetitively okay, aku nak laju. They just repetitively wrote that happened. Secondly, if you believe in the unseen, as all Muslims should, then the other explanation and what actually did happen to my friend is sihir. My friend didn't get to see the CCTV, and she recounted her own experience to so many people, including the police, and they said what she narrated was different than what the CCTV showed. At one time, she thought she was going crazy because she knew exactly what she experienced. The sweeping motion that she repeatedly did was because she saw a puddle of water, and she tried sweeping the puddle with her legs because she wanted to clear the way for the toddler. If you want to talk about motive, that is a very noble motive there. During that period when the incident happened, she often get nightmares, and it's also confirmed by a Rocky. Bukan Rockin Musola bukan Musoleh Ni Rocky ROQI, Muslim Exorcist. ROQI, Rocky Muslim Exorcist, that it was sihir. It's confirmed by a Rocky that it was sihir. Please never ever get yourself into sihir, because it's a major sin and can lead to kufur. Not only that, my friend is being put behind bars and being away from her young children for the things she didn't deliberately do. She also had to sell her house to engage a lawyer, and when she's out serving her time, she might have hard time finding a job. Those engaged in sihir, yes, you may be successful in this world, but you'll be the biggest loser in the hereafter. I saw comments on the article saying that she may be her hijabi, but actually a Satan is a Satan in disguise. How heavy is that accusation is? How many times have we witnessed that those convicted were actually innocent after all? Yes, even though the CCTV is clear, but unfortunately for my friend, someone had to bear the consequences. Lepas ni dah more to faith and judgment lah, blah blah blah. The things that okay. Oh, salah. Okay, yeah. So basically, aku dengar je this part. Number one, dia cakap okay. Apa pendapat korang lah bila apa yang korang dah dengar? Because heavy dia dah mention Muslim, dia dah mention Muslim exorcist, dia dah mention sihir. And kalau betul, pada pendapat aku lah, kalau betul lah dia mangsa sihir kesian lah. Memang kesian lah. Pasal dia dah kena masuk. Anak dia pun kesian, mak dia masuk. Lepas tu like what dia cakap pun, dia keluar pun nak susah nak cari kerja and so on. Aku okay lah, kalau betul dia kena is memang kesian lah, untuk bernasib kan. But dia berbual macam gini dekat this Facebook, macam mengundang lagi. Bukan tahu mengundang lagi orang mengatakan. Kau faham tak? I believe that aku tak boleh cakap whether it's true or false. Kalau betul this kejadian saya kesianan untuk dia. But untuk kita confirm ataupun polis confirm ataupun judge confirm, lawyer ni semua, they won't take it what. Kau faham tak? So it's like dia cakap gini pun macam, kalau kau non-Muslim, apa akan kau cakap?
Bro, aku Muslim pun aku will say whatever it is. The CCTV proof that she as the person is the one that's causing hurt to the kid. Kau kena buat ke, kau kena rasuk ke, kau kalau kena rasuk habis kau bunuh orang, kau still go to jail. Kau tak ada, no one can say that aku kena rasuk, so kesiannya aku.
Like, maybe your sentence may differ macam maybe you
but how do you prove this? This is supernatural.
No lah, Mat. If you do something but it's you're mentally unstable, insanity ke apa, is different lah.
Okay.
But I agree lah kan. You yang orang tu punya badan, dia is responsible lah, walaupun dia kena rasuk ke apa.
Okay, let's say dia kena sihir lah. Dia nampak puddle of water. Kira kan puddle of water tu tak ada, tapi dia nampak tau. Tapi kenapa kau kena sweep pakai kaki 4 kali? Pasal kalau aku tak nak judge ke apalah, but kalau kita ataupun normal, kau alihkan budak tu tepikan pakai 2 tangan kau. Because budak fragile.
Atau kau alihkan puddle of water tu pakai 2 tangan.
Tak boleh lah.
Tak boleh.
Itu kau kena pakai sihir lain.
Ni ada machine gun boleh.
Itu je aku boleh buat. Kau faham tak? Alihkan pelan-pelan. Don't work. Ada water. Asal kau kena, how much water yang kau boleh tepiskan? Because kalau kau tepiskan air tempat lain, dia punya area yang basah akan lagi besar apa?
So if korang tengok our video version, aku was all the way invested in your story until dia cakap they saw the puddle of water. Because I find it, okay, one is bila kau kena sihir, anything can happen lah. Okay, whatever it is, kau punya action cannot be justified also lah. You will do stupid things lah. But the fact that you say you saw a puddle of water and you use a leg to sweep that puddle of water, aku kalau nampak water pun aku tak pernah sweep. I will skirt around. If you see, and then kawan dia cakap it's a noble act. If you are really noble, you will lift and carry that kid above that puddle of water. So to me, it sounded a bit fishy already lah. But who am I to judge? At the end of the day, bila kau kena sihir, you will do anything. But at the same time, aku am looking at it from
Practical.
I mean, you want to call it a rational point of view, a practical point of view, in the society right now, in the civil point of view, right, in a court point of view, it's kau kena lah, because you committed the act, you committed the sin.
I mean,
the
just reading
crime.
back, dia kata apa, my friend didn't get to see the CCTV and she recounted her own experience to so many people, including the police, but what she narrated was different than what the CCTV was showed. So yeah, and that's where the puddle water come buat. And aku agree lah, kalau ada puddle water pun, how big is the puddle water?
Whatever it is, let's all put ourselves as a parent of the child. That's it. Right? Okay, kau kena sihir, but kau tendang anak aku berdarah sih. Aku okay lah, kesiannya kau. Aku forgive kau lah ya.
That's the reason dia pleaded guilty jugalah.
Dia pleaded guilty.
Then
okay lah.
Tak ada, ni kawan dia yang defensif. Ni kawan dia.
Panggil kawan dia.
So the thing is, kalau kau tepis kat air pakai kaki pun, kaki kau basah sah. Kasut kau boleh kotor pun.
That's why I said, if kau nampak air, kau takkan tendang. Who the hell will sweep pada water?
Kita kat sini bukan nak judge. We are just macam
no, it's interesting. I mean, that's the story that the friend is saying. Like what I said, bila kena sihir, anything can happen lah. You don't know how your action will be also lah.
I mean, if it's true, we hope she will be, Allah will ease her affairs. Hopefully,
maybe
doakan dia that Allah will ease all her affairs.
The thing is, maybe dia punya explanation pun maybe something else. Ni kawan dia je yang cakap lah. Kau faham tak? It can be, because ini kita baca apa yang kawan dia cakap, bukan apa yang dia tulis tau. Mungkin apa yang dia nampak pun lebih daripada tu. Kau faham tak? That we don't know. We don't know. Kalau that's why orang yang waras tak akan buat benda macam ini lah. Tapi something must have gone into her. Maybe stress, maybe depressed, maybe sort.com, maybe sihir pun lah. But we don't know why she did that lah. We allegedly lah don't know kan. Boleh cakap allegedly.
Boleh. Bukan, aku tengah fikir, I mean when the friend said such things, I mean because the friend was defensive. The friend cakap yang kalau korang komen, korang cakap macam gini, as a Muslim, how korang feel. At the end of the day, if that person say of course we need to be careful of what we say lah.
Yalah.
We cannot just jump and conclusion and say hijabi pun macam perangai macam setan. I think we have to look at the niat of that person lah. So there's two layers to it. So when the person says such a thing, he's trying to say the act is that of a devil. And if true yang dia kena buat, then it's the act of a devil lah. Right? Kau tak boleh macam too sensitive to say asal kau cakap macam gini. Granted, yes, we should pick our words right. Right? So that person who comment, sometimes kita lagi tanggungjawab kita berat when we say things in a podcast where people are listening, so we are accountable to what we say. Right? So that person, whoever who said that, has to be accountable for what they say. But based on the facts and what we see and what that person say, pada aku it's valid yang dia cakap yang it's an act of Satan lah. Doesn't mean that person is Satan, right? So if true that because dia kena sampuk ke apa ke, kena buat ke, then that still holds true. Apa pendapat korang?
Pada pendapat aku, komen yang baik-baik lah. Jangan komen yang bukan-bukan lah. Kita tak pernah this type of things, we are just an audience at the moment. Kita
kalau kita
tak
kena
lepas daripada ujian kita pergi ujian pun mungkin similar, mungkin lain, mungkin at a different area, but now it's just that we are as an audience, jagalah komen dan mulut lah. Tak boleh, hati-hati lah, because it can happen to us juga. I'm not talking about sihir sahaja. It can be sihir, it can be ujian, it can be depression, it can be stress, whatever that we have mentioned just now. These type of things are all ujian that how we control ourselves and counter back tau. Kalau there's always options in life tau. Dia macam multiple choice question tau. 1 betul 3 salah tau. Kalau kau choose yang 3 salah, salah tetap salah. Kau kena choose yang 1 betul aja. Kau faham tak? So the thing is, kalau kau diujikan as such, ataupun macam mana lah, bagaimana pun ujian kau pun, there will be like maybe one correct way out ataupun multiple correct way out, but there's also multiple and a lot of the wrong way to deal with it, and that way can lead you to even jail or fine. Kau faham tak? This type of thing, or even suicide lah. So these type of things we have to always seek protection from Allah lah. Allah saja yang boleh tolong kita in this part lah. So because we are weak human, macam mana kita fikir kita tahu satu salah, but you will never know, one day you akan terbuat tu benda yang salah tau, without you wanting it tau. So I'm not defending anyone lah, it's just that I'm defending the audience, which is us lah. Kita kena hati-hati in that part lah, because things can happen to us juga.
I mean when I said tadi about potentially she has something wrong up there, when you said orang kena buat ke, orang kena rasuk ke, sometimes the signs of it, look at it as a mental issue, right? When people are probably schizo, she doesn't even remember what she did, right? So this is why, I mean, I think at the baseline, if the CCTV still show yang dia buat, then she has to take the punishment lah. Whether dia ada sakit ke, dia kena buat ke apa ke, that's secondary to me lah, actually, right? I mean, if that's secondary, then what we can learn from here is we just be careful about what we say lah. I don't think we are passing judgment here. We are commenting on the act itself, and to me, the act itself is wrong lah.
Aku lagi macam ganggu dengan Denny Pepos lah. Cara kau letak ni mengundangkan non-Muslim, cakap Muslim ni macam you all believe in the unseen. Memang betul, kita believe in the unseen juga. Kita believe in jin dan syaitan. Kita
Macam buat
believe in
excuses
sihir ni semua. Kau faham tak? Kau kena jaga-jaga on that part. Kau dah gunakan the word Muslim sah. Kau faham tak? Nanti the non-Muslim will say that apa macam gini excuse. Kau cakap Muslim je. Jadi apa? Muslim boleh tendang budak-budak Jadi Muslim boleh tendang budak-budak kasi jatuh berdarah. Apa ni? Kau faham tak? It's just not nice. Not the nice way to put. Kalau boleh jangan mention the word Muslim pula. Christian and Catholic also believe in this unseen juga. Kau faham tak? Kau cakap Muslim, only read this if you are Muslim. Apa ni? I of course the non-Muslim will also read. Kau faham tak? Lagi non-Muslim nampak gitu, lagi diorang nak baca. Aku lagi ganggu on that part lah.
Aku appreciate the fact that she's trying to defend her friend and macam showcase her character when we all don't know how she was like with her kids or with her friends' kids. It's just that the after the second half of that post is a bit too much lah.
Yeah.
But aku, if there's proof, there's CCTV, if she said there's puddle of water, and if there is puddle of water in the CCTV, the lawyers, the judge would have taken that into consideration. But after that, the judge, after considering all the facts, all the what you call it, defense of this lady, and if they feel that this lady still deserve punishment, just take it in lah. I mean the lady herself dah plead guilty herself. Yeah. But you as a friend whose intention initially was trying to put a good name for your friend who's going to jail, but in the end it became worse pada aku. So what's the point of you making the post in the first place?
Yeah.
If you want to say about macam your kawan kena sihir, don't make it into a post lah. You want maybe tell it to your close friends or what, just to have that kesian factor towards your comrade, you know.
Kasih faham.
But to strangers macam
I can agree with Dan. If she stopped at the first half, that just saying that how she is like as a parent, as a auntie or whatever.
Defend her character, kasih the character.
So just end it with some things are unexplainable lah. That's all doa for her well-being. Because sekarang the rest of the thing, then people start to judging macam puddle of water and all this. And like what tadi Touch was saying, like if it's really a mental issue and they can prove it in court, then she will be dealt with a lesser punishment lah. But there's been a lot of cases where people use it as an excuse also. So I mean wallahu misal lah. Kita doakan yang terbaik kepada budak tu and also her lah.
Saidah, kita doakan terbaik kepada Saidah dan family, anak-anak dia, and also whoever yang affected lah,
and all of us lah,
and all of us juga. And selalulah doakan each other dan juga diri sendiri dan keluarga kita, jauhkan diri kita daripada penyakit ain, penyakit perbuatan-perbuatan yang syirik. Jauhkan diri kita daripada sihir ataupun perbuatan-perbuatan yang syirik. Pasal syirik is something that is very very bad lah. Memang it's a no lah. And also we hope for the best for the family and the victim lah. If you guys have any comments ataupun pendapat tentang kejadian ni ataupun tentang post yang tadi kita bacakan, korang boleh saja komen kat
mungkin korang kenal her personally, and maybe you can share how she is like. Is this out of normal her behavior?
No hard feelings
I mean, again, like what we said, we base it on facts. We make our comment. We do apologize if we offend anyone. What we are doing is we are trying to understand it and try to, I mean, there's obviously speculation in some of the discussion we did. And also kalau korang kenal the victim, maybe you all can comment also lah, what you know from the situation.
Mungkin yang buat post tu kalau dengar pun nak datang, kita boleh interview pun okey juga, because kita pun nampak the way kau nak defend kau punya kawan pun memang something good to do juga. It's not 100% salah pun lah. So maybe kalau kau nak luahkan lagi, kau boleh datang je kat sini. You can throw a message to us lah,
InsyaAllah.
Okay, hingga kita bertemu lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.